I tested 22 of the most popular AI writers to see which one is the most SEO friendly, so you don't have to. Let's get into it. Quick introduction. My name is Jackie Chow, founder of marketingletter.com, a free newsletter that helps you stay up to date with how marketers are using AI in their everyday lives. Make sure to subscribe for free down in the link below. And before we get started, I want to mention that this test took me 30 hours to complete. The least you can do is to like and share the video. Oh, and click some affiliate links down below. I know as affiliates and marketers, we tend to not click links, but not this time. Click my damn links so I can get paid. All right, now on to the tests. This will be part one of a two-part series of testing AI writers. First part will be simply generating content with different keyword intents and different keyword difficulties and seeing which one is the most SEO friendly. The second part will be the actual case study where I test and create one website per AI writer and one website per content agency, all targeting the same keywords to see which one comes up on top. So by now, you're probably wondering which AI writers did I test. I was able to test ChatGPT 4, Jasper AI, Copy AI, ScaleNut, Trolley AI, Content Sprout, Outranking.io, WriteSonic, Koala, Wordplay.ai, Autoblogging.ai, SEOWriting.ai, DraftHorse AI, ZimWriter, HumanWriter, Cuppa.sh, OnPage.ai, Byword.ai, Copymatic.ai, Content at Scale, and Longshot. That was tough. Probably wondering, why didn't I test Surfer AI? Quick note, Surfer AI, which came out recently and has extremely promising results, will not be tested as they're the sponsor of this video, just to make sure the integrity of the video is intact. And besides all that, I'm sure I missed some AI writers. Everyone and their dog has an AI writer nowadays. I'm sorry, but not really, because I'm running the test, not you losers. Now onto the setup and how we're going to be testing for AI and SEO friendliness. We'll be using two tools, which conveniently are the sponsors for this video, Ahrefs.com and Surfer. So we're using Ahrefs to find high difficulty, medium difficulty, and low difficulty keywords. I personally use it for my everyday SEO needs, and Ahrefs is a great tool for that. The Keyword Explorer tool is probably the only keyword research tool I use, and its filters are a great way to find low competition keywords in bulk. With that said, we'll be targeting keyword difficulty of 90 plus, 50 plus, and 10 plus for best XYZ keywords, X versus Y keywords, and what is X keywords. So it's split between buyer intent, comparison, and informational keywords. For the high difficulty keywords, we have best VPN 2023, NordVPN versus ExpressVPN, and what is a VPN. For the medium difficulty, we have best office chair, gaming chair versus office chair, and how to re-upholster a chair. For the low competition, we have best Adirondack chairs, task chair versus office chair, and what is a task chair. Now, how will we decide how SEO friendly content is? We'll be using Surfer from surferseo.com, as it'll give you a score out of 100, just out of ease. This tool doesn't just count keywords. It uses machine learning and natural language processing to analyze over 500 signals front page of Google. It's like having a personal SEO detective, providing real-time competition-based and Google compliant guidelines. If that reads like an ad, because it is, they're a sponsor of this video. Yes, I know you can argue this may not be the best way, but in the second part of this series, which I mentioned earlier, we'll be testing the performance of the most SEO-friendly AI tools to see which one ranks better and pit them against content agencies. So this will have to do for now. But honestly, say what you want, you armchair neckbeards. If you think you can do better, then I urge you to do it. Just like the previous link building case study, you probably won't, because that requires getting off your butt and actually doing some work. All right, let's start. So we're going to start from last place, which actually came out to be longshot.ai for several reasons. Number one being I generated this article, which was 1,100 words, targeting the keyword best VPN 2023. And it took it took so long. It took like 5 minutes to generate, and it ended up being a 26 out of 100. So I figured, nah, this has to be one of the worst tools ever. It came up to be $29 per month if you're on the monthly plan, and it's about 50 cents per article, and yeah, just not a fan of it. And the articles turned out I only tested one article. Someone added it in at the end, so shout out to Kevin. You wasted everyone's time. In second last place, we got the company I personally love to hate on, and it's Jasper AI. They come in at $50 a month. They raised a total of $131 million, only to be one of the worst AI writers I've tested. It's even worse than ChatGPT. So why do I say that? How I tested it was I used their one-shot blog post. Sounds fancy and all that, and I generated it for all the target keywords that we've been trying to test, which is best VPN 2023, NordVPN, etc., so on and so forth. And we got everything right here. And I don't know what I'm going to format, how I'm going to format this video, but I'm just going to start pasting them in so you can see how terrible it is. So we got best office chair for your comfort and productivity, 30, pathetic. And then we got the gaming chair versus office chair. We got 47, which is pretty good. Let's make sure that we got that in correctly. Yes, we did. So that seemed a little high to me. So I want to make sure I didn't mess anything up. How to reholster a chair. Where are we here? All right, paste that in. 52, not bad, not bad. And then I think this is the best VPN article, right? Yes, it is. And this one was 19, absolutely disgusting. This one's the Adirondack chair. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's at a 27, also disgusting. And this is the task chair versus office chair, 37, bad. And what is a task chair? 22. Yeah, for a company to raise all that money and the outputs to be this terrible, I think it's really something. Yeah, I don't know. Well, not much to say here. I think it's really sad that they've fallen so far in 21st place. In 20th place, we have ChatGPT. Yep, you heard that right. Jasper actually performed worse than a single sentence prompt on ChatGPT. All right, so I asked them to, let me move this keywords everywhere, somewhere else. I asked it to write a SEO article titled Best VPN 2023, right? In a POV of a cybersecurity expert. List the top VPN as a listicle, include FAQ, yada, yada, yada. I tried to make it as long as possible, but it typically tops out at like 1K words. So I tried to push it with the 2K, but it obviously didn't work. But let's see what we got here. The best VPN with an FAQ at the end. Let's see how it fares with it's actually a 38. So before we keep going, make sure you download the whole report in the link in the description. It'll highlight everything. It'll provide, score averages, score of the buyer content, score of the informational content, high competition, which is best VPN, high competition versus, which is the ExpressVPN versus NordVPN, and high competition info, which is like how to what is a VPN, so on and so forth. So make sure you download the full report, and yeah, just so you have like a clear view of everything. I don't want to be like going through everything so quickly and you missing like how we are analyzing these outputs. Anyways, on to the next one. I'm probably just gonna whip through these now. It's taking a long time. NordVPN versus ExpressVPN. Let's just like copy it in, and 32. You're just gonna have to take my word for it, because in 20th place I did all of these manually. That's why it took so long. I had to like manually input everything. But yeah, I'm just gonna whip through everything. So ChatGPT comes up to, I think it was like $20 a month. I don't even remember anymore. And I think there's like infinite amount of articles you can generate. So keep in mind, we've been testing these one-shot quote-unquote articles, so which is like one-click articles. And I'm sure ChatGPT can do a great job if you like prompt it a bit more and create each section on its own. But yeah, I've been primarily testing these one-click articles, hence why ChatGPT comes up in 20th place. All right, I think we're on 19th place. We got Copy AI, which comes in at $49 a month, claims it's unlimited words. And yeah, I put it to the test, ran through everything. I think I gave the same prompt as ChatGPT and went through everything. One thing to note is some of the writers don't do buyer guides very well. So buyer guides meaning best VPN 2023. Sometimes they don't even list any of the articles, but Copy AI managed to do it. So take this one for example. I couldn't get like a good prompt because if I put this in, it's gonna be terrible. So I tried to prompt it a bit more with 3K words. Try to write 3K words. They said I couldn't do it, so I was like, all right, try 2K. They gave me this, and I don't even think it's 2K words. It's like something pathetic like, Yeah, 700 words. Honestly, I don't know perhaps I'm using it wrong, but I think Copy AI also raised like a ton of money. I don't know what their use case is if it's not like content writing. So yeah, honestly, pretty disappointed with this. They have I think we're on 19th, right? They have an average score of 37, 36 of a buyer guide SEO score, and 38 being informational keywords. So what is a VPN? What is a task share? So on and so forth. So yeah, really it's just not great. I don't know if you guys want me to go through each copy AI has written. I guess we'll see. I'll just kind of whip through these. All right, in 18th place, we have Right Sonic. Pretty disappointing. When I first saw them, I thought this was pretty promising. Like they have such a great landing page. You know, it's they're G2 leaders, high performers, yada, yada, yada. Look at all those like great reviews and testimonials. So I decided to give it a try. I think I paid 49 bucks a month for 200k words, and because I wanted to use the aiwriter 5.0, which sounded all fancy, like 5.0, 5 iterations of this. And yeah, I tried them all out, and what I got was extremely disappointing. How can you charge all this money for an article that's 1,000 words and for it to be so un-SEO friendly? It's yeah, it's pretty, I would say it's pretty shameful. But yeah, if you go through, I went through each one, and the average score was 45, and it seemed like it did okay for informational keywords. So let's take a look at that actually together. Informational being, let's take a look at the ExpressVPN one. I guess I like that they pull out some imagery here, and then they add in reference links. Yeah, I guess it could be worse, right? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't read too poorly, but I would say, yeah, it's not very SEO friendly. And all in all, let's take a look at what we got here in terms of the surfer score. 41. I guess it could be worse, right? I mean, it could be Jasper level. But yeah, I think overall, thing to write home about, it's on the cheaper side. So maybe if they have like some other use cases, it could be worth doing because it's pretty cheap. All right, in 17th place, we have Trolley.ai. The founder reached out to me and he was like, hey, give it a try. People are loving it. So I tried it. Absolutely didn't love it, but promising. I mean, they just launched, right? Who knows what they're going to be like in a year or so. So 60 articles for 30 bucks. What is that, like 50 cents per article? So not terrible, but not it's definitely not cheap. So what I did was I used their bulk generation tool, and let's just go through and see what it looks like. I believe I have, yeah, so here's the best VPN article. What we got here is, so they list out the top 3 best VPNs, and then they go on about a lot of informational keywords or a lot of information about VPNs. So let's see how SEO friendly this is. Seems like it's a lot of fluff, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, 7k words of fluff, but it did manage to hit 57 content score, which means I guess it's kind of SEO friendly. But yeah, overall, I believe when I saw with the bulk generation, I wasn't a fan of certain things. Yeah, so like the NordVPN versus ExpressVPN keyword, like this is not okay. Why is there a listicle here? Yeah, I think a lot of kinks that need working out. I wish you the best. All right, in 16th place, we got outranking.io. If it was up to me, I put this in last place because not only is it freaking $7 per article, it was also one of the worst user experiences I've ever experienced with AI writers. So let me just show you what I had to go through, just because if I had to feel some pain, you have to do it as well. So let's just open up what the AI generated. It wrote a whopping like 37k words or something like that. All I did was created the title, so it was generated automatically. It generated an outline as well, and then I just clicked optimize, and then it was done. And it took like probably 25 minutes to generate, and it ended up being 36k words. I don't know if this is a bug or anything, so I tried another article afterwards, but I'm like, nah, there's no chance I'm spending all this time to, you know, for this AI writer test. I'm not gonna sit here and spend friggin' like 8 hours just generating with outranking. So I don't know why there's bugs at the end as well. They repeat VPN service a couple hundred times. I'm not sure. Maybe it's we're back in the early 2000s where keyword stuffing near the end works on Google. So 36k words, and it's not even like at 36k words, I'd assume the SEO score would be like 100, but it's not. So it's honestly really pathetic. I do want to check out live with you guys how this one did, because I kind of just generated and then left, because I was like, I never want to deal with this UX user experience ever again. But let's check it out together. This is my first time seeing it. Hopefully it's a bit more normal than what I thought. If not, then we can just end this segment here. So I do want to shout out Sem Sarah for putting me through so much pain with asking me to test out outranking. WriterZen and PepperType Content Bot. I think they're like writing assistants. They're not so much of the one clickers. So I didn't test them, or I simply didn't have time. So now that we're back, I think this tool crashed. So I'm just going to end this clip here. All right, in 15th place, we actually have humanwriter.com. This is an odd one. It's free, I think. You just bring your own OpenAI key, and it claims to generate articles from 2,500 to 4,500 words. So I was like, cool, right? Sounds promising. Let's try them out. So I generated it, and honestly, I was not a fan. Why is it structured so weird? Let's see what we got here. I think it was like 46 out of 100. Not great, but the buyer guide keywords were really bad because they just talk about VPNs. They don't really there's no listicle here. So they missed the intent completely. So this is ended up being like a informational keyword play, I guess. So if I remember correctly, so I guess their informational keyword SEO scores weren't terrible. So I guess we could check one more. Let's see what NordVPN versus ExpressVPN would end up being. See what we got here. I do remember them being very odd. So what do we got here? 60 score. So I guess it's not terrible, but they do mention pricing. So I guess they do crawl the internet. 5K words. But yeah, I think this was an odd one. It felt like there's no business model here. This was Tom asked me to check this out. It was a bit of an odd one. I personally wouldn't use it, even if it's so cheap. Perhaps other people could check it out and see what they think. I think there was like one that was really buggy, one article. Yeah, like this one. Gaming chair versus office chair. I'm not even sure what I'm looking at here. Like, why is it like this? Is this how articles are structured and then there was a bug in the software? Who knows? It's only 300 words, so maybe this is like the auto headline generator. But I guess if you're on a budget, you could try it out. But yeah, I guess I'll end it here. All right, I think we are at number 14. So in number 14, we have drafthorseai.com. So this is a tool. I think it's making rounds on Twitter because the owner, Cody Schneider, has been posting a lot about it. He's a pretty confident guy in his AI generator. So I decided to put it to the test and see how SEO friendly it is. It's one of the more expensive ones, right? Yeah, it's $1 per article. So that's for it to be $1, I need something really good. So I tried it out. They've got several different types of subscriptions, but they all end up being like, I think I signed up for this one to test like $1 an article, and generated a couple. I used Far and Away as an example for the home target keywords because I didn't want the relevancy. Like I didn't know if Draft Horse was going to crawl the site to see how relevant it is. So I decided to use one of my home goods sites, and I decided to use Indexy for the VPN because I think I got some VPN articles in there. So let's just see where we're at for Best VPN 2023. So does it list, does it have a listicle? It is very important. I believe it did. So it did. But instead of crawling the internet for an actual VPN provider, it does these placeholders, which I'm actually not a fan of, but some people may be. But yeah, it's no go for me. I want as little work as possible, but it is optimized, right? It is 50 out of 100. Maybe if they mention NordVPN, I think it should be listed somewhere here on the keywords to use on Surfer. But yeah, I think overall, if I remember correctly, they're a much better informational keyword article generator. So maybe we can test out the NordVPN versus ExpressVPN article as well, just to show you where we're at. But yeah, you can download this whole report and see how they came up here. But let's see, 56 out of 100. It's not great considering number one on the list was 65, 68, and 65. So it's got a long way to go. Let me double check that I correctly tested it because I don't remember. This one was one of the first ones I tested, and yes, I did. So I tested every single one. I don't know if I want to share all of the outputs and enter it in. You guys will have to take my word for it because this is taking way too long, if I'm being honest. At $1 a piece, it's a no-go for me, just purely off of the price. Kind of expensive, and the outputs weren't great. Next up, we have ZimWriter. Where are we at right now? We are in 13th place. 13th place, ZimWriter. Initial thoughts, extremely cheap. So it's one of those bring your own keys, which is you just insert your OpenAI key and it only works on Windows machines. So that kind of sucks for me. I'm obviously using a Mac, as you can tell. So I had to ask my friend to do it for me. So I bought this plan. I think I bought the $10 a month one, gave it to my friend for the one-click blog generation and asked him to do some checks for me. So he gave me like a nice little document of some of his initial thoughts. It takes 6 to 7 minutes per 2K article, and fastest one was 4 minutes. And longest one was 8 minutes. From what I saw, yeah, I think the bulk mode, the outputs weren't as that great, and they cost about like 50 cents for a ChatGPT 4. So let's just check a couple and see where we're at. So I'll just randomly choose some. Best Adirondack chairs, 59. Not bad. Let's make sure we're aligned right now. Place 13th. Best Adirondack chairs is 59, confirmed. Maybe we can spot check a couple others just to make sure I'm not, you know, putting my thumb on the scale for any of these outputs. But I mean, I wouldn't do it. There's no reason for me to do it. All right, so best VPN, 50, 3K words, which is decent. They also do the listicles relatively well, ExpressVPN, NordVPN, so on and so forth. I would say in general, this is a good budget option, but it's not the best. I urge you to keep watching. All right, so 12th place, we have Byword.ai, another hype AI writer. And yeah, I think they came onto the scene because Jake Ward, who actually has some really great tweets, posted about how he took a B2B blog from 1K to 120K organic visitors. I'm guessing he's talking about Causal, which they actually conveniently highlight on the Byword case study section. And yeah, I've seen their outputs. It's pretty good. But the only thing is it's very expensive. So, I mean, for science, I purchased each credit at $5 an article, but I got some free. So I averaged it out to be $4 per article. Yeah, let's check them out. So I can go into my account, check out the previous articles, take a look at my articles. I guess we can take a look at case study 2, Adirondack chairs. Let's see. So they're similar to Horse AI one. I totally forgot the name. It was some weird name. Adirondack chair. Let's see how they perform. 59 as well, oddly. So let's see where we're at. 59. Yep, everything's correct. So the high one was what is a VPN? That did very well. I'm not gonna check all of them. Once again, it's gonna be a long video. What is a VPN? Let's see how long this is and why the SEO score is so high. Yeah, so it's 3K words, nice and long. Let's take a look at how it flows. So it does do a bit of listicle, which is odd because why would they give suggestions on top VPN providers on a informational keyword when they don't provide that in a best XYZ keyword? Let's take a look at what they do for best VPN. I think I generated it here. Correct. Let's see if they added it in. 44, not great. Top 10 VPNs to consider, and then they hit us with the lorem ipsum. Not great, but I can see why certain AI writers do this. But yeah, overall, let's see where we're at. Average score of 56 out of 100, not bad. Seems like they're more of an informational keyword AI writer, so that actually makes sense because of the causal case study is primarily from informational keywords. So I guess if you got some money to spend, $4 is way too much to spend on an AI writer or a OpenAI wrapper. So I would give this a miss. Like I would just skip over this one. It's a bit too expensive. So yeah, on to the next one. All right, we're on 11th place, ContentSprout.ai. First thoughts, not great. It forced me to create a topic map, which cost like 3 credits. And the topic map wasn't even that great. We can take a look at it together. So it created 1,800 topics around VPNs. And I wasn't really a fan of how they laid things out and like how they set things up and how they forced me to do it. Maybe I'm navigating it wrong, but anyways, wasted a lot of credits on that. Like it was like $21 for a subpar topic map. Not a fan. But anyways, let's focus on why we're here. Let's check out some of their articles. I actually already pasted it in, but let's just paste it in anyways. 59, which is actually incredibly high for a writer that we've tested so far. So it seems like they're pretty even informational keyword versus buyer guides, but I'm just not a fan of of that pricing. I think at $7 once again for open AI wrapper, it ain't it, chief. Let me tell you right now. Let's check how this looks. NordVPN versus ExpressVPN. What we got here? 62, right? That looks like 62, solid. So it seems like their informational is decent. They spit out a lot of content, but still, for $7 an article, yeah, not for me. I think this one's a skip as well for me. But if you guys want to try it out, I guess if you have some budget, even if you have budget, honestly, this is a skip. It's too expensive. All right, we're in the top 10. Finally, if you've listened up to here, or if you've skipped to the top 10 because you don't want to, listen to me drown on about some crappy AI writer, you made it top 10. Let's give this video a like. Let's pause real quick. Give this little video a like and hit us with a comment of what you think or how I can do better next time. All right, if you've done it, thank you very much. Let's jump right into it. Number 10, wordplay.ai. I actually know the founder. He has Call Scaler, which I use for one of my lead gen agencies that I actually sold a couple, like a year or two back, and they have a lifetime pricing. So I'm a fan of this actually. One-time payment, $9.99. Only issue is if the owners change, you don't know what's going to happen. 100K words turns out to be, I would say, 50 articles at 2K each. So that's about $20 per article per month. So I think I calculated per year. So it comes down to $1.67 per year if you use 100K words a month. And let's log in and see how it goes. I think I really liked their content creation side. Maybe I can create one just to show you guys. Was a big fan of how they laid things out. So best VPN 2023. So they let you choose a title. Great. Top 5 VPNs for 2023. Sure. I actually don't like it when they add this like safeguard your online privacy, yada, 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 because it feels very AI-like, but whatever. I'm just showing you how it goes. Let's generate the introduction. I like that they give you the option there, but I don't think there's a bulk option if I remember correctly. Article length, let's crank that. But yeah, I think in general, it was pretty fast compared to friggin', what was it? God, what was that one that spat out 35K words and took 30 minutes? That's completely unacceptable. Like these guys need to stop forever. Let's see the previous one I generated and let's see how SEO friendly it was. 52, not bad, but I like that they stuck to the listicle. So for a lifetime deal, I think it's pretty good. Let's check a couple other ones. What was it? 52, right? That's not bad. What is a VPN? Let's take a look at it. 4.6K words. How are we doing here? 62. It's all right. And let's see the overall score. So it says score average 50 or 57. The buyer guides were actually low rated, but 61 for an informational. So our peak here, as you can see, is 65 and a 61 on a lifetime deal. I think it might be a buy. So we're currently on 10th place. If you guys like it, go down to the link in the description and try it out. I think it's worth a try, especially if you're on the lower plans. It's pretty cheap. Yeah, I think it's worth a try. Yeah, so how it works is you add in whatever headlines you want. You can even edit them in or add a new section if you want. No more than 20 sections. So I like to delete a couple until there's 20 left and then next and then submit to writer. And then you'll get it in like 30 seconds or something like that or 2 minutes. Great. I guess we could try one more. Just make sure I'm not doing anything sketchy. 57. Yeah, pretty good. I think in general, good one for informational content, worth a try. And yeah, give it a shot, guys. All right, let's go. 9th place, Agility Writer. I thought it was pretty cheap, pretty worth the price. I think it came out to 78 cents an article. Cheap. That's a good price. Let's take a look at the articles I created. So I actually tested a bunch of their different modes. I think it was one click, there's advanced, there's optimize mode, I believe. Yes, right here. But yeah, let's just take a look at it in the history. Optimize mode. Let's check out what we're at in terms of like how optimized it really is and how long it is. So they have an FAQ at the end. I'm into that. 4K words, solid. 56 out of 100, good. Let's check the listicles, like key takeaways. I like it when the AI writers have a key takeaway in the beginning. I think it's more meta nowadays. I think a lot of them have it. I think it's very helpful. That's overall ExpressVPN. I think, yeah, I remember liking the Agility Writer. I remember messaging Vibov saying, hey, you should check out Agility Writer. They're a really good tool. And yeah, I think it was 56. We can check out which ones are considered high. So the buyer guides are 55. As you can see, that was a pretty good buyer guide. They have pros and cons. They have the listicle. They have the key takeaways in the beginning. They have the FAQs at the end. Informational, 58. So it seemed like it was all right on the informational side. The medium competition one was a really highly rated one. Let's check it out. So let's check out the bulk ones. Medium competition would be the gaming chair versus, right? And let's check it out. Oh my goodness, do you remember this one? Was this human writer? Awful. 69, favorite number. Let's go. 1.7k words, not bad. We love a bit of lumbar support. Yeah, I think I like the way Agility Writer structures their content. It's pretty good. I guess my only complaint, I don't really have much of a complaint at this price point. It seems decent, especially at 9th place. All right, at number 8, we got content at scale. Super expensive, $25 per post. God darn it. It's more expensive than my human writers. So we have like contractors who write at $15 to $20 per post, and they're great. Highly optimized, they rank, yada yada, so on and so forth. Got the human touch. I can ask them to be funny. $25, $31 to $15 per post is not funny, especially at this range. So they better be darn good, right? Let's take a look together if how good they are. So I think I did the case study. So we checked out the office chair ones. Let's see how NordVPN versus the high competition versus keywords are. 53, not great. Let's remind ourselves how good they are. So it is the informational keywords that do extremely well. So let's take a look at how good it is. What is a task chair? How do we upholster a chair? Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's pretty good. They also have a table of contents for you. They have a click to tweet, very human-like. I can see why people push this, but I think at this price point and in 2023, AI writers are so cheap and the one-click ones are getting so good. I don't know if content at scale is the right move here. I think at 25 bucks per article, the play is probably Surfer's, their own writing tool. Mostly because, well, it's hard to judge like an AI writer based off of its own metrics. But yeah, I think at this price point is just too high to justify. I can't recommend any of them at this price point. Even then, at 25 bucks, they better be the best one on this list, but they aren't. So as you can clearly see, the top 5, they're all at like a very low price point. So what the heck's going on here? It's a pass for me, too expensive. If you do want to try it out, check it out. It's the link number 8 in the description. In 7th place, we have Copymatic. They're $29 a month. Unlimited words. I don't even know how that's possible. I would absolutely rinse them. They actually came out doing pretty decent. So $19 a month. The price per post is $0. They're probably one of the better ones for informational content. So as you can see, score average for, they're really good at buyer guides. As you can see, it's $64 for the buyer guide scores, $56 for the informational content. Score average is 59. Let's take a look at some of them together. So which one do I use? I believe I used the article generator. So I think you can check history, hopefully, of my content. Let's take a look at the best VPN keywords, or let's see how we got. I don't even know why. 24k words. That's nuts. I forgot about that actually. And it's crazy how they're able to generate all that in one click. That's surprising to me. Let's see how we do here. Yeah, 24k words. I mean, this is what the other AI tool should have looked like. 24k words is too much. That's like essentially a book. I guess if you want someone to write an ebook for you, this is the one you should go for. Let's take a look at some normal keywords. Wow, they're all very long. So immediately my thoughts are, yeah, it's a BuzzFeed worth a winner, you know, 7k words. There's no word limit or word count limit or generation limit at $29 a month. That's nuts. I think this is a you try it, why not type of thing. See if it ranks, use and abuse it. 7k words, 62 score. In general, I feel like this is a you give it a try type of thing. Let's take a look at highest quote unquote rated one. It would be medium competition buyer guides. So that means that would be best office chairs. I would be curious to see if they list any actual office chairs. Okay. I mean, it doesn't read that well. Top contender. Okay. So I actually asked the team to write like this. They immediately talk about, but in sentence form, not in point form, like the best ones. Top contender, premium option, affordable. You can edit this how you like. A bit of a repeat. They do a quick bang, bang, bang. Here are the top ones. Oh, I actually like how they format this. Now it's getting a bit repetitive. Yeah, I don't know. This is, I could see it working. 8k words in one click. I guess if you want to tweak it, you can. And they talk about these are just options of different office chairs. In general, I feel like it's decent. It's at this price point, it's a give it a try. So number 7, guys, the link's down below. 6th place, onpage.ai by Traffic Research. I took a look, someone suggested this. last minute, I was like, all right, why not? I've sunk so many hours into this. What's another one, right? So took a look at their stealth writer, which is their one-click writer. I'm too lazy to test out the other ones. I think I went with the cheapest one, 10 articles for $2.29. I don't know where people get that sort of confidence to charge $20+ for an article, but I was like, you know, for the test, why not? Let's take a look. So let's look at the history of the articles I generated. As you can see, these are my target keywords. Let's restore best VPN 2023 and see what we're looking at. 45 out of 100. Let's see how they, okay, this is formatted quite nicely. I'm kind of into this. This is how, you know, the security.org would format their article. Best VPN 2023. They do the listicles good, but they only list one. So actually not a complete fan of this. They only list ExpressVPN, Surfshark, and that's it. Let's see how they ranked. For buyers, 54. So they did poorly on the buyer guides, but very well, I wouldn't say very well, relatively well on the informational keywords. So let's take a look at an informational keyword and what that looks like. Okay, what is a VPN? See how long they write it. I've already forgot. 3K words, that's good. One click 3K. I really like it when people do like a general, you know, italicized or like a key takeaway section for AI. It feels very human. Yeah, I think in general it's good. They got an FAQ section, but once again, $20+. It's a skip for me. They do have a stealth AI rewriter, so make it undetectable. Kind of into it, but you know, we'll see. I think perhaps the AI writer is undetectable. So in that case, I can see an argument for that. But gosh, I think at $20. At $20, I would rather hire a VA, go through it with a cheaper AI writer like in the top 5 and get them to manually edit it, you know, after certain articles rank. So Google is playing catch up. But yeah, I think at this price point, it's a no for me and it's a skip. But if you guys want to try it out, where are we at right now? We are at number 6. Click the number 6 link and try it out. All right, at number 5, we have Cuppa. I think that was started by Ian, good guy. And site looks a bit weak on the design side. Got some gnarly ass screenshots. Plans are extremely cheap. $140 a year. Like but it's like a bring your own API key. So they only have that option. So if you don't even know how to set up an API key for OpenAI, then you're clapped. All right, just stop watching, skip to number 4. But if you have an API key, check it out. I was able to, I think I generated most of the things under GPT 3.5. So perhaps if you guys are feeling extra rich, try it out. Let's check them out. So I don't know what went on here. It's a bit odd, but see why it showed like that. That is very odd. So we got 44 out of 100. I don't know what the heck's going on here. 44 out of 100. Let's see how it showed before. Yeah, it was weak. So the high competition, what is a VPN keyword, did really well. Let's read it together and see why it was rated so high and if it made sense. Seems like a really large article. 65. I don't know what's going on with this formatting. It's very bizarre. 5. All right. Yeah, it looks good, I guess. Am I missing something here? Copy text. Like, why is this done so poorly? Oh, here we go. All right, fine. I guess I messed up with something while copying the articles. But yeah, 64. Looks like it's pretty optimized. See how things read. Yeah, I mean, it looks good to me. I think if you want a budget option, well, how much is this? $140 a year. Buyer guides are weak. Informational content. I think if you have an API key, this might be worth trying. I think they also post to WordPress. Yes, publish to WordPress. Do they do bulk? I don't remember. Let's take a look. No, I don't believe they have a bulk option. So this is not your tool if you want someone to spam the SERPs, but it's a good one if you have a team and you want someone to go through and manually push one by one. But I think it's a good tool to try out. Make sure to click the 5th link in the description and give it a shot. All right, next up we have ScaleNut. When I first took a look at ScaleNut, I felt like this site, I mean, maybe it's because the design is very nice. So I thought it felt like it was going to be something like Jasper or Copy AI. So I didn't feel like it was going to be a strong pick, but turns out, hey, we're at number 4 right now, right? And it did decently well. So why don't we take a look at it? How much was it? 100K words for $40. So that comes down to, I don't know, 78 cents an article. Yeah, and each article is 2K words on average. Let's take a look at it together. So I think there's no bulk option. So you had to go through like each step during cruise mode. So it would generate a title, then it would generate the introduction, then it would generate the headlines, then it would finally generate the whole article. So it takes several steps. It's not like a one-click type of thing. Be sure to note that. And let's check out the score. 7K words, which is insane. I think that's expected at these multi-step AI writers. But a 70 out of 100 might be one of the higher ones on like a on a word count. That's not absolutely ridiculous. Why don't we take a look at what it did very well? So it did buyer guides very well. 69 for best VPN and 69 for what is a VPN. Medium competition buyer guide did well. Let's take a look at, so it did do the listicles, great. Conclusion, no FAQ at the end. I typically ask my team to do that, but this is not a requirement. Yeah, I mean, it reads a bit like an AI, but you know, we're testing for SEO, like how optimized are these articles, and 69, it's a solid one. Let's take a look at one more before we move on. So medium competition buyer guide, which means it was the office chair one. Does it list office chairs? I'm curious because VPN, I guess they can find out, but office chairs, you know, so they always start off with like stuff to consider when picking a chair. So they actually put the actual buyer guide in the beginning rather than the end. I typically put like intro paragraph, key takeaways, number 1, number 2, number 3, so on and so forth, and then the buyer guide at the very end, because people will want to read the, you know, this is better for CRO. But let's take a look at how they did things. So Ergo Chair Pro, good. Herman Miller Aeron, great chair. So they actually listed only, I think it was like 4 or 5 of these. Okay. So they mentioned how they tested it. So how did they fare in a long day? That's good. Yeah, 4.7K words. Conclusion as well. Okay, the conclusion's a bit odd because it goes like additionally and then it also goes ultimately. Yeah, I would say at this price point, what is it, 78 cents a pop, it's a good one. It's a good one to try. So give ScaleNut a try. Links in the description. It's number 4. We made it. We're finally at top 3. So at number 3, we have SEOwriting.ai. Also one I didn't really believe in from like judging the book by its cover. $19 a month, 50 articles from that, 100 words per month. There's bulk generation. There's WordPress auto posting. Love that. There's AI images. Very much into that. Price per post is 24 cents and it only goes lower from there. I can't do public math, but 2,500 articles for $200 a month is absurd. So let's see the documents. So they have a one-click blog post, lightning fast, and the bulk article generation, which I actually use. Let's take a look at it, shall we? So as you can see, I used the one click, and each one has a really high, pretty high word count. I tried Best Home Gym for my own benefits, see how it would do with the Amazon writer. So they have an Amazon writer, I believe. Let me show you. So they have the product roundups, and I wanted to see how the workflow is. It's not one of those one-click one where it scrapes Amazon for the top products. It actually requires you to go and add in the ASINs. So it's still a lot of work required, but hey, I think a buyer guide is okay if you need to add that in. But I'm personally too lazy for that. I like the one-click blog post. So let's take a look at. So right away, FAQ at the end, love it. No conclusion, but that's okay. Pretty long. How to set it up? Okay. Fast connections. They have a speed, upload speed, download speed for each one. Let's see how they formatted it here. Very nice. Look at that. Tables as well. Some of the more advanced AI tools have tables, which I love. Yeah, I think I'm pretty impressed with SEO writing. And how do they do? 64 out of 100. How do they do in general, it's a 633 average score. With an 62 average score, 63 buyer keywords content, and 62 informational content score. So I think we can maybe check high competition. So let's check one more article together. What is a VPN? Let's see how this one stacks up. 72 out of 100. How does a VPN work? Sure. I'm just doing a quick skim. Some of these I've never even read, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything, or if there's anything like that I should call out before recommending this. because I've only tested it for SEO, how optimized the articles are. Yeah, I think at this price point, this is a buy for me. I would try it out. If you want to spam the internet, 2,500 article generations is kind of wild, huh? That is like at 1K articles, 1K words. So that's maybe realistically is 1K articles. Still solid. I think this is a go. If you guys do want to sign up for it, please use my link in the description. It's number 3. I would recommend it. I will probably start using it for informational content pieces. Number 2, our favorite ugly AI website, Vibov. If you're listening to this, Vibov's the founder of this ugly website, autoblogging.ai. I didn't tell him he's number 2, so he's probably listening to this. He's probably pretty happy with how things landed. I'm surprised. I always thought his AI article generator wasn't like the best, but it turns out to be number 2 of the ones we tested in terms of, how optimized it is. We're gonna put things to the test in the end, so I'll keep everyone updated. Pricing, let's talk pricing. So monthly, we got $250 for 500 credits. Fine. That's 50 cents an article if you're doing 1 credit per article. The thing is, I've tested both. So he's got a couple options here for his articles. He's got something called God mode, which is double the credits, which is like 2 credits instead of 1. And the outputs are so much better. We can take a look at it together. The thing is, I don't like his outputs. Yeah, I mean, he has an option to where you can push the articles into WordPress directly, but there's no way to like display it nicely, in like an HTML where I can like quickly copy it. He gives me some nasty like CSV file like this. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? So what am I supposed to do with this? We will try it like so. I will just paste it as an HTML into WordPress and copy it and see what is VPN and see how it does. Let's read it together. 8.5K words. Beefy one. Yeah, I mean, he does a key takeaway. I know that already. In general, it's good. His outputs are solid. Not getting paid to say this. Vibov's too cheap to pay me, so I kind of was wishing for his downfall here. I did want to check. Yeah, I mean, I've used his service before. It does rank, I'm sad to say. But yeah, in general, it's a decent tool. Let's try one more informational keyword. What is a task chair? Let's see how much his AI can spit out about a task chair, because this is a very random keyword. So 62, not the best, but I wasn't expecting much. And plus he did write up 7K words. Seems a bit excessive. So as you can see, like his informational keywords have an average score of 65. So I've always said it, Vibov's or Autoblogging's our AI articles are really bad on the best XYZ keywords or buyer intent keywords, but really, really good for informational keywords. They rank really well. So I think it's Autoblogging's a go for informational keywords. I think buyer guides, I would actually save yourself for number 1 on the list. I would highly recommend you give it a try at number 1. Yeah, Autoblogging has one of the best informational AI writing I've seen. At least I've personally seen so far. So if you guys have anything else I should try, do let me know and I will try to add it to the list. Why don't we check which one was the highest and we can go through it together, make sure we're not missing anything. Yeah, we can check the VPN one. So he has an option for listicle, and that's what I did. So that's why I split things up. So Andy Rondakcher, best VPN. Let's see what he comes up with. Right away, looks good. Obviously, I've already done this, but I haven't read it yet, so this will be the first time reading it. I just like pasted it in, copied the score, 65, which is extremely high. This is solid. All right, so best VPN 2023, couple sentence, point forms, bam, bam, bam. I think there's some formatting issues here, I believe. That didn't transfer. Yes, it did. See, but yeah, this looks good. Key takeaway, love that. Embeds a video here too, amazing, love that. Got the listicle going. So I think he lists, this is 10, right? Then why is it, okay, even links out. Pay him some money to link out to my source, huh? Yeah, FAQ at the end, and he's got the FAQ schema, I believe. Yep, love that. Yeah, I think in general, this is a good one. 66 cents per post, it's a go, give it a try. I don't know how he does it. It's probably not worth trying to figure out. I think for informational keywords, I would just go with Autoblogging. All right, we're at number 1. Number one on the list is aiwriter. Link is in the description. Let's take a look at pricing, huh? I will say I was extremely skeptical with Koala when they first launched. I tried out their service long before. I think they tweaked a couple of things. It definitely got better. Price is 80 cents per article at the $100 a month range. Cheap-ish, but what I love about aiwriter is actually that they do Amazon product roundups so well. So as everyone knows already, or if you don't know already, check out my Twitter. I post about Amazon affiliate revenues all the time. We do some serious numbers on Amazon affiliate. So this is actually extremely relevant for us. And you can choose the number of products. And why don't we just take a look at the library and the articles in the past. Probably have to blank that out. But yeah, so let's try a couple of these out. Best VPN 2023. So what I've personally found is Koala has the best AI writer for buyer guides. I don't know about VPN, but I'll be honest, the VPN one looks really weak. But perhaps this test was skewed because the queries I tested were one tech keyword of a best XYZ with a buyer guide, or it was like 3 tech ones. So it's best VPN, NordVPN versus ExpressVPN. What is a VPN? The rest are, I would consider these like Amazon keywords. So best office chair, that would be an Amazon keyword. Best Adirondack chair. So maybe Koala is number one on this list because they do Amazon keywords so well. So with that said, why don't we take a look at how well they did it? Best office chair. So do you see how they format every article the way my team internally would format it? Be a starting intro article, the target keyword, a quick sentence, and then listicles. Pros and cons. This is exactly how I'd write every article. Copy it in and see what it looks like. 78. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We have to see if I am missing something here, right? Adirondack chair. 66, like incredible. Hope you guys don't see this. I mean, these are some of my target keywords. I don't care if you guys try to target it. You most likely won't beat me. Let's see the what is a VPN keyword, because it's obvious they're going to do Amazon keywords well because they have an Amazon writer. This is pretty good for what is a VPN. I think we've seen higher, I believe. So they don't do tech keywords very well. They do consumer products very well. So I would say Koala is number one because of the keywords I picked. In hindsight, I shouldn't have picked. For the competitive keywords, the best VPN was a good keyword to test. It's a different niche, it's tech. The medium keyword should probably be something more obscure, not like a chair keyword similar to the low competition. Because I have too many home decor keywords, which is my niche, which is probably why I went towards it. These are all keywords I target. Perhaps if I were to do everything again, I would target a bit different types of keywords so it wouldn't skew so heavily to Koala. That's the test, guys. And I would probably say Koala has one of the better user experiences of the writers. It looks kind of gnarly, right? But it's, dark mode. Like what you need to do is very clear on the screen. I think they post directly to WordPress as well. I do have some things you can optimize, but yeah, overall, I've been using Koala for the last couple of days for my Parasite articles, as you can see from the sidebar. If you guys try to target it, go ahead. Definitely going to clap all of y'all. So I'm not too worried about that. That's the test. If you want to give Koala a try, the link's down below. All right, that's it. So to recap, number one overall AI writer, also with my opinion, is Koala. I like them because they do buyer guides really, really damn well. I'm an affiliate, so we out here now. Oh, and also I managed to negotiate a 50% discount off the first month, the coupon code indexing. It only works if you go through my link in the description. Also, I get paid, but hey, I only reached out after I finished the case study or test. And the best AI writers for informational keywords is it's auto blogging, and it's owned by my friend Vibov, which is number 2. He doesn't even know it's number 2. Didn't want to tell him. But runner up actually for informational keywords is Kappa. It's the link number 5 down below. I just want to give them a shout out, but their current interface kind of sucks. The best budget option is probably SEO writing. It's currently number 3, or it could be Copymatic, which is number 7 in the list. Make sure you click my links once again. Don't go directly to the site. I need to get paid, guys. This video took way too long, but I'm not a fan of SEO writing's buyer guide. SEO writing too hands-on. I don't want to do too much, you know, I'm kind of lazy. And Copymatic, make sure you be careful there. It spews a lot of nonsense sometimes. So that's the video. What do you think of it? I really did try my best here. I tried to balance monetizing and staying impartial with things. Yeah, I'm getting pulled from all sides. So try my best. I would appreciate it if you gave it a like and maybe comment down below. For example, for the case study, which content agencies should I test? They all claim to be the best. So let me know down below and I'll be sure to reach out. Make sure to check the videos that are at the end scene of this video right now.